Hello and welcome to this Affinity Photo tutorial looking at two ways to solarize an image. Now, Solarise is one of the filters available in Affinity Photo, and I would look at using that as well as a different way of doing it. This all came about from a Photoshop tutorial which was in one of my recent magazines, digital camera magazines. And I thought I wanted to see if I could recreate it in Affinity Photo, which I can. And sort of the end image is sort of something like this, and this is like the solarized effect. Now, in the magazine they use a picture of a tunnel for their tutorial, so I've just grabbed a similar looking image from Pixabay.com, and I will add a link to this image in the description for this video. So the sort of standard way of using the Solarised filter is come up to the filters menu, just click on that, come down to colors and select Solarise. Now, this is one of the few filters that is not available as a live filter, which you could do from selecting this icon down here. But also, there's no sort of, you have no control over the Solarised filter. Once you select it, it will do its thing and you're sort of stuck with the results. And also, it is in colour. It may work quite well on some images and not so well on others. It may not be what you're looking for. And so if you wanted to then make this black and white, you would then have to add a black and white adjustment by clicking on this half black and white circle icon here in the layers panel, come up to black and white, and then it's a case of tinkering with the different sliders to get a look that you like. I mean, obviously different images will have different effects depending on which colours you move around, so that's quite good. So that is the first way of doing that. So let me come back to this start image, and we will look at how the magazine did it in the Photoshop tutorial. Now, what they did was to first add the black and white adjustment, and do not make any adjustments, just close it down. Then come back to the adjustments icon here, click on that, and this time select curves. And then what you're going to have to do is click on the very top node, click and drag this all the way down to the bottom till the picture goes completely black. Then find the middle of this line, which is now horizontal. Just click on the middle of that line and drag this upwards. And how far you drag it up depends on the result that you are sort of looking for. And I'm going to take this up to about the 3/4 point, which is about there. Now, this way gives you sort of various ways to adjust the black and white, because you could sort of now tinker with this curve by adding nodes a bit lower down and shifting them around like that. Let me just reset that. So let me just bring this back down, put that back up there. Or you could then adjust the black and white adjustment and tinker with the settings that way. So let me just reset that. Either way, you've got probably slightly more leeway for adjustment doing it this way than using the Solarised filter, and then you have only got the black and white adjustment to play with, whereas doing it this way you can either play with the adjustment, the curve adjustments, or the black and white adjustment. My personal taste is to go with maybe the adjusting the line of the curve adjustment to get it pretty much where you want, and then you can always tinker a bit with the black and white adjustment. So it's down to personal taste, but that's just two different ways to do the same thing. I personally would possibly go with this way, using the curves adjustment and the black and white adjustment, and not bother with the Solarised filter, because like I said, you do have more leeway in how you then adjust the look. It's a personal taste thing. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.